afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the class of 1923 arena for the Colonial States League Championship playoffs. Today's playoff matchup is between the Seton Pirates and the Scranton Offspring. Before the game starts, we would like to recognize a few players from our regular season. We would like to start by honoring our recipient for Coach of the Year. This coach took over a program halfway through and has led it to the playoffs. We'd like to give this award to Bob Gellanella. We would also like to take this moment to honor recipients for our first and second Colonial States League teams. On the Colonial States League first team member, we would like to honor Tyler Farron from Seton Hall. Like to honor Michael Reed of Seton Hall. Pirates. In net, number 34, Joey Yuttis. At left wing, number 21, Mike Miscolo. At right wing, number 22, Mike Volpe. At center, number 13, Mike Reed. At left defense, number 11, Tyler Farron. At mid-right defense, number 97, Damian Tauser. And now the starting lineups for the Stockton Offspring. At left wing, number 17, Matt Flynn. At right wing, number 25, Devlin Metz. At center, number 11, Mackenzie Russell. At left defense, number 20, Will Despano. At right defense, number 9, Matt Brock. And in net, number 1, Matt Corolla. Now, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please rise and remove your hats as we honor the United States of America by playing our national anthem.
In sports, the regular season is all about the postseason, and the postseason is all about numbers. And here at the University of Pennsylvania Class of 1923 Arena, the Colonial States Collegiate Hockey Conference is about simple numbers. 6 teams, 5 games, over 3 days to determine a one champion and a chance to go to the national playoffs. It's the Colonial States Collegiate Hockey Conference tournament action quarterfinals. And we have the Seton Hall Pirates taking on the Ospreys of Stockton University. With my producer, John Galonis, and my cameraman, Vartan Sarkissian, I am Daryl Dobis. Glad to be back with you here high atop the Class of 1923 Arena. Should be a lot of fun. Got to do this last year. University of Pennsylvania, the 2-time champion, hosted 2 years ago, hosted last year. They get to host again now. That's what you get when you're a champ. They're the home team, but they are not the top seed. That's Millersville this year. And right off the bat, a face-off into the Seton Hall bench. Look out, guys. Tyler Fearon for Seton Hall facing off against that is Michael Reed for Seton Hall facing off against Mackenzie Russell. For the Osprey in the home white, as they are the number 3 seed in this tournament. Seton Hall Pirates are the 6th seed, got in as the last one here. Simple format, 6 teams, top 2 get a bye. 3 plays 6, 4 plays 5. Lowest seed gets Millersville. Higher seed gets number 2 Penn tomorrow in the semis. A little crisscross in front. Pirates can't do anything with it. Flipped out to the neutral zone. That one knocked down there by Tozer. And then send in a line change coming up as he's part of that switch. To the near side, this will be Stockton. This is DeStefano, and they will just dump it in, and they'll come off on a line change. For those of you unfamiliar with the Class of 23 Arena, a unique setup. The benches are not next to each other. The visiting bench is on the far side, the home bench is on the near side, and so is the penalty box. Is in the far corner there. Seton Hall trying to get it out. That's Jake Hall, no relation to Seton. Loose puck comes in the near side there. Podrick Wedge sends it up the near side. That is tipped in front as the shot coming from the left point there from Ian Dealing. Got deflected wide by Brett Mackin. Stopped at center ice, sent back quick in by Dealing, but no one there to get it. Back behind his own net will go Liam Hoyt. Hoyt near side to Wedge. And they'll try the left side, and it's tipped on. This will be an icing, however, as on the wrong side of the red line, and he says, I tipped it, but you're on the wrong side of the line there, big man. I believe that is Mascolo pleading his case to no avail to the officials. Ian DeLong, Richard Lachal are the men in the orange bands today. Your linesmen, Casey Robinson and Gordon Laws for this first quarterfinal. Again, if draw 1, loose, ping-ponged around and sent out to the neutral zone. If Seton Hall wins this matchup, Millersville will be their opponent tomorrow. If Stockton wins, then it'll be the winner of our second contest to immediately follow here. It'll be the Dragons of Drexel. And it looks like a penalty coming up as a wrister. That one went wide there from Mascolo. And on the touch, we're going to get our first man advantage here, 2.5 minutes in. We'll see what the call is. And I believe it is a roughing call. So 2:30 in. And it will be a penalty coming up to the Ospreys, John Veras. Didn't get too many of them this year. Only 8 penalty minutes on the season, but he's got the first one here today. And the Osprey will have to play a man down for 2 minutes. And they will control the draw. Behind the net, and that is Matthew Corella. In between the pipes for the Osprey. To the right side to Reed. He'll go down outside the right circle and back up top. Reed, the one-timer. That went wide. Rebound off the porch. And that one nearly put back home there by Volpe. Boy, that came hard off the backboard shot. Oh, that one ricocheted off. Ping pong behind the net. It looked like it caught a piece of the net. Nearly a goal early on there for Fearon. Fearon outside the right circle. 23 points, 5 goals on the season. All-league first teamer, just honored pass, a little too hot to handle in the slot for Mascolo. But a good job here by Seton Hall controlling the action on this power play. About 50 seconds gone in the man advantage. Fearon gives it down low. They try to little give and go in front. Deflecting it behind the net is Mascolo. And finally cleared out of the zone. And Stockton will send on some fresh faces. Leading the way, William DiStefano and Tyler Panico. Tipped on, chasing after it will be Hall. He won't get to it in time. It'll be flung out of the zone by one of those fresh legs in DiStefano. 35 seconds left to go. It's left off behind the net by Joseph Justus. Out of Randolph, New Jersey. Justus 2-4 with a .485 goals against. Gets the call for Joe Carbone. Coach over for Seton Hall as it's cleared to the neutral zone. Chance for a little break here, but a good job there to steal it away by O'Leary and not allow an opportunity on a break there for Panico. 9 seconds left to go in the man advantage with turnover, top of the right circle. Pass to the middle, it's shot. Oh, that whistle just wide, not getting all of that. Appeared to be Jason Cirillo. Power play time is over. Man advantage does not work. 0 for 1 for the Pirates. So they do maintain the advantage. As sending it back in there was O'Leary. Unable to get control of it on that far side. There's Matthew Brock. They'll try the near side. Bodies collide. Loose puck sneaks out to the neutral zone briefly and then sent back in. We're back to get it'll be DiStefano for Stockton. Sends it long and high and up into the stands here. And we'll get a stoppage of play. 5 minutes gone by here in the first, no score. Shots on the board, 3-2 in favor of Seton Hall. Last year, Seton Hall lost to Millersville in the semis. Stockton made the semis as well. However, they beat Scranton in overtime in the late game. I believe it was 5-4. And they had to take on, in the first game, top-seeded UPenn, coming in at 15-2. And they did not have the legs. They went all the way back to legs. Scissors shot, redirected, score! The captain, Michael Volpe, sent it in front. Not sure if he's going to get credit for the goal. I believe that'll go to Mascolo, and if it does, that'll be his 7th of the year. .526 the time of the goal. And Seton Hall on top, 1-0. Volpe will pick up his 8th assist. As you mentioned, Stockton just didn't have the legs. They were low in numbers and didn't have the legs for that Penn game. Gave it all they had, but even young guys get tired. Out to the neutral zone, Stockton playing from behind here. Flip the length. It'll be onside and no icing here as getting it back there is Fearon. Fearon tries the near side, flipped up the boards. Not too far, but having to chase after it there is Dealing. These teams split during the regular season. Stockton won at home back on October the 7th, 4-1. Seton Hall returned the favor on their home ice, 5-2, on November the 3rd. So, in essence, this is a rubber game between the two. Is over the line with a chance. A wrister! Score! Devin Metz ties it back up with his 8th of the year. And the Hasbrook Heights, New Jersey forward makes it 1-1. Simple wrister from Metz. That's 6:33. And Stockton has tied this one up. Seton Hall out of the zone. Flips it in towards goal, having to make the save on that one was Corella. Corella comes in with a 3-4-4 goals against, 8-6-0-1 record. Collision at the blue line, dumped in here by Stockton. Little hook of the stick, but going down on the play, trying to make a play, was Began. Stockton keeps it in. Top of the circle, shot, and that one tips off the glove of Yutsis. And goes into the safety netting, and we'll get a stoppage of play. Again, this is game 1 of 2 tonight. We will have 2 tomorrow starting at noon. Millersville awaiting their opponent. Face-offs in favor right now, Seton Hall 4-3. Stockton can't clear it. Oh, this is going to be a penalty here. I think they got Hall on a hook. And they did. So Hall will get the gate at 7:33. And now a power play opportunity here for the Osprey. I said it last year during the Penn game, that one of my favorite nicknames. It's just a different bird. It's not an eagle, it's not a hawk. Fans want a penalty, nothing coming, but the puck will stay in possession here of Stockton. Pass into the circle, shot, that one got deflected. I think getting a stick on that one was Volpe. Joust behind the net, picking it up here is the Osprey and their captain and their captain Wrestle. Got to get my spot chart right here, who I got and where I got them. Top of the right circle, wanting a wrister, going across one-timer. Oh, making a save up into the safety netting there was Yutsis, and it'll stay in the Stockton zone. Good one-timer there, getting it off the stick of Flynn, but they couldn't get it in goal. Shots 5-4 right now. 35 seconds gone here in the man advantage. The hooking call on Jake Hall. Another one who hasn't been penalized a whole lot this year. That was just his 4th. So Stockton got nailed for a penalty, where the guy hasn't been penalized a lot. Stockton turned around and got it right back from Seton Hall. Good dodge there by Began. To the right side, straight away at the point. Holding, shot. That went through bodies, but never got in on Yutsis. Stockton still with it. Nearly a minute gone here in this man advantage. Pass across, wanting the one-timer, unable to pull the trigger there. That time was Flynn. Shot, maybe getting a piece of that one was Yutsis, and it went in behind the net and finally cleared out of the zone, and back to get it will be DeStefano. And DeStefano doesn't want to give him a chance in a line change. It's a long change here for the Hall. DeStefano, around the world he goes, into the right circle, looking for someone up the bench. No one there, finally comes across. This will be Flynn, the shot. That one turned aside there again by Yutsis. Rister through a screen and finding it as they party on the front porch is Yutsis, and he will hang on. 31 seconds here on the man advantage. And every shot on goal, someone's got to let the guy working the clock here that every shot they put up for Stockton, they're putting it up on Seton Hall's side. Hopefully they'll clear that up for the fans here in attendance. Brooks Raddick. High slot, Rister, that made it through, save, rebound, that one turned aside on the rebound attempt by Metz. Oh, and a big hit in the corner there, leveled there by Machin. Up top, someone without a twig, that one got through again. Scramble in front, Yutsis reaches out and covers up to hang on. 3 quality opportunities there for Stockton. And Yutsis shuts the door on all 3. Good job by Stockton crowding the outside of the blue paint. But Yutsis sharp after giving up that, well, maybe slightly soft wrister that tied this one up. On the draw, Seton Hall will find open room all the way around. And that'll do it for the man advantage. Both sides 0 for 1. Here to start the game. Nearing the midway point of this first period. Glad you have joined us. Colonial States Collegiate Hockey Conference action. Quarterfinals. Number 3 seed Stockton in white. Number 6 seed Seton Hall in the blue. We are tied at 1. This is the men's division 2. Shot right pad save there. A good quality one there by Yutsis as well. Shot, oh, that one may have caught post. The pass from behind the net and putting it on goal was Raddick. How Yutsis stopped that one, I have no idea, and then in tight, it's deflected over the crossbar. As the Ospreys swarming around the Pirates right now. 12 shots for Stockton. And apparently I think we are out of pucks. And there we go, we get a new one. Puck gets loose, trying to poke it away in tight on the left post. And Yutsis has to stand there. Not a shot on goal, but he wasn't about to let Stockton get an opportunity to crash in, as apparently it looks like it's stuck in his pads. Needs a little help from his teammates. And gets it from Michael Volpe. Seton Hall comes in 6-8 in the Colonial States and actually had a better overall record than Scranton. But their league mark was worse. Oh, shot from an impossible angle, falling down. Yutsis makes a save. Scranton ended up 6-7-1. And because of that, Seton Hall playing as the 6th seed. And the Royals will be the 5. And for Drexel, this will pretty much be a home game. This is their home arena per se. They use it even though it's on Penn's campus. The two, like the Hatfields and McCoys, they share a border here in the city of Brotherly Love. Oh, we're trying for the long pass. That one knocked down. Not a bad jump stop there to grab it by Brock. Over the line, dodge right, Metz shot. That's how he got his first goal, with that one whistled high and wide. Out to the neutral zone. And looked like checking his mask or his glove. I couldn't tell which. DeStefano didn't play the puck. He had to go back to get it. Up the right side, right in front of his bench. Off on a change there is Metz. In his place comes Began. Loose puck rolls in towards goal, does not get there. DiStefano will get it and play the near side. Tip just long enough, not hammered back in. Ping pongs around, it's center ice. Macon sends it into the zone. Attempted clear, goes off of Began. Began in the circle, pass across, score! Clearing attempt doesn't work. Began finds Panico, and Panico gets his 9th. And the Osprey with a 2-1 lead. All started with the attempted clear that wasn't. Just pinning it up against the boards was Began. The pool shot right there. Could have hustled some money from the local pool hall. Raddick loses it, but it goes deep into the zone after it is pocket picked by Cirillo. Ooh, that could be a penalty. Yes, it is. That's going to be a boarding call right there. And Stockton better be careful. They've got a power play coming up. They don't want to lose it. Raddick went head first into the boards. They're either going to get a cross check or a board here. And an ill-advised penalty. That is one of frustration right there. And that'll be a board. .13:09, the time of the penalty. It will be 2 minutes as they get Jason Cirillo. Just the 7th game of the season for Cirillo. And just his first penalty. Not a good time to take it here in the quarterfinal shot. That hit the back of the leg, and ooh, that's going to hurt. Attempted clear does not work. Good steal there to keep it in by Brock. Pass across, that went off the ankle of a Pirate. It stays in. Brock back with it. Jake Hall trying to fight through. That first shot went off the back of his right leg. Stockton long blind pass across. And drifting off of that one was Brock, and the Pirates able to at least get it out of the zone. Olhorn couldn't do much with it, though, and now the Pirates will look to kill a little bit of time here. And this will be flipped the length. Good job there by the Pirates to kill some time. 1:14 left to go here in the man advantage. 6 minutes left to go here in the first. Quarterfinal number 1 here in the Colonial States Collegiate Hockey Conference. And the Osprey, the 3 seed out of Stockton University, on top of 6 seed Seton Hall, 2-1. Clear to the neutral zone, Stockton with it. Began, who's big part of the reason why it is 2-1 right now after his steal set up Panico. And this is cleared to the neutral zone, but a good stop by DiStefano. Stefano, the D-man from Manahawkin, New Jersey, and then the steal back right out, and a backhander sent out by Mascolo. A lot of Jersey connections here between Stockton out of the Atlantic City area and Seton Hall out of Northern Jersey. One-timer, Hazel Rocket just flutter pucked right in on Yutsis. And some frustration right there by Began as he taps his stick, can't believe. He had a wide open opportunity. Sometimes those are so good, you overthink it. And I'm wondering if that might have happened, because that was a perfect setup at the point there for Began. He just could not get it clean. Ryan Olhorn will take this draw for Seton Hall against Tyler Panico. Panico again with his 9th goal. He had 3 goals last year. As Seton Hall will win this one They will send it the length. Power play time has expired. Dancing with the puck is Corella behind the net, waiting for some help. Finally gets it. Flip to the neutral zone, in and out of hand there of Hall. And that'll be a hand pass, as Hall was not the first to play it after he gloved it. And we get a stoppage with 4:40 to go. Again, the winner of this can claim bragging rights for the year as the team split in the regular season, each winning a home game. And now the officials talking this over, and I'm not 100% sure why this faceoff is coming into the Seton Hall end. But it's being explained to Stockton, and well, hey, it's closer to a goal opportunity. They're not going to complain. Draw one and controlled by the Osprey. In the left circle, wrister. Ooh, that was sneaking short side. Rebound, the backhand, score! Making with the shot, it snuck, went behind the net, and Began with the wide open net on the other side, and it's 3-1. So a goal and assist for Began here in the quarterfinals. You see that initial shot deflected wide, and the little backhand flip took care of the rest. Steele below the circle, sneaks in, poked away there by Yutsis. Yutsis so far has been, on the last two goals, beneficiary of no defense on the weak side and an unlucky hop, both put home by Stockton. Pass off the stick, shot, ooh, in on tight. That one making a save, point blank was Corella, as unable to handle that puck was Murphy. That would have been big for Seton Hall if they could have pulled that one off. Shot, that might have been going wide. Corella says, I'm not taking a chance. The shot before that one was definitely the toughest one that Corella has had so far here in the first 16 minutes and change. Veras will take the draw against Ullhorn of Seton Hall. To the right of Corella. Seton Hall will lose this one as Stockton is starting to win these faceoffs. Up the left side is Ryan Ullhorn. Ullhorn flips it in towards goal. That will be a shot rebound. That's another shot on goal, both turned aside by Yutsis. And Seton Hall will send it the length, and this will be an icing. And they'll slowly skate to it, will the Osprey, and they'll all come all the way back into the Seton Hall end. As we mentioned, Penn is the host team. When they won 2 years ago, they got the host last year. When they won last year, they get the host again this year. The winner of this one will host next year. It'll be interesting to see, though, if Stockton comes through this and wins this tournament, where they will play it. Stockton's arena is being torn down this year. So the last game of the season was actually a loss to Penn in the regular season finale last week. Atlantic City has had a history of ice hockey, mostly minor league. I think the Flyers have played there at some point in exhibitions. But in the ECHL, which is, I guess, AA if you want to use that terminology. the Boardwalk Bullies. Some great battles with the Trenton Titans and the Reading Royals. And it's just an interesting place to play there down in AC. It's a shame some of those sports teams haven't just really caught on at the pro level. There's a cool stadium out there where they had a minor league team baseball play, the Atlantic City Surf. Saw my son play some travel ball there recently. It's getting a bit dilapidated. Oh, that pass, look out, coach. Deflected off of a Stockton player and up into the crowd. It's got a bit dilapidated, but it's a really nice facility. Got to see the Surf play at one point. It was Mitch Williams was a pitcher coach for the team. You're talking back in 2001. That's even why I'm more curious about how pro teams are going to continue to do as they keep bringing them into Vegas. Now, Vegas obviously is a little different than Atlantic City, but still, it's Atlantic City. Come on. It's the Vegas of the East. Pass, that one directs in on Corella, and he will cover up and hang on. Easiest save he has had to make today. He has made 8 of them, as his team in front of him have given him a 2-goal lead with 95 seconds to go here in the first. And we'll see Panico take this draw. Again, it's Michael Reed. Again, for those of you checking in the first time, these are club programs. This isn't, going to Penn State or Michigan or Wisconsin and, where the schools are coughing up big bucks and high-class transportation, everything. These boys are doing it for the love of the game. They're fundraising. It's pretty much their own equipment. They might get a little bit of help, but not a whole lot. They're doing it because they want to, so these guys are putting in the effort. Pass across the near side, Tozer, wrister, that went wide, no problem there. Sneaking up to get it will be Fearon. Fearon, who was awarded a first team All-League just before today's contest. Listed as a forward, they had to move him to defense, but he plays a little bit of both. Shot, that goes off the skates of a defender and bounces back out. Backhander by Fearon, didn't get all that one. Sending it back in deep is Began, who right now is the player of the first period. Tozer trying to tie it up. He gets tied up by Macon. 30 seconds left. Near side pass to Wedge. Wedge with some room. He'll carry it up there. Does not have numbers. Sends it in on goal. Easily kicked away there by Corella. Puck to the near side. Put in. It will be onside. And takes a funny hop. Not in on goal. But Corella says, I won't take a chance. And he'll see a draw to his left with just under 14 to go here in the first. Again, the semifinals are at 12 and 3 tomorrow. Millersville will play in the first. Penn will play in the second. Opponents yet to be determined. Championship game on Super Bowl Sunday at 1:30. As all the way across, stacking the pads once and twice was Corella, and he'll get credit for 2 more. So you get sick and tired of 58 hours of coverage of pre-Super Bowl hype. We invite you to stick around here on YouTube for what should be a lot of fun. Someone playing for a title before the Super Bowl here in the Colonial States. And the way the rankings work, top 4 teams in the Southeast, of which all these teams are, have the opportunity to go to the Southeast Regionals. However, the only ranked team in the Southeast is Penn, even though they're not the #1 seed. They're ranked 19th. So you're going to have to win this tournament to get in the Southeast Regional with a chance at the Nationals. As off the draw, it'll be won by Stockton, and that'll do it for the first. Slow start for the Osprey, but they turned it on. About 6 minutes in, and haven't looked back since, as they have peppered Seton Hall goaltender Joseph Yutsis to the tune, at least by my numbers here, of 19 shots, and several of them high quality. And they have found a way to get 3 past them as the teams head to the locker rooms. The Zamboni will do its business. Coaches will talk strategy and try to get their charges up for period number 2. We will step aside and take a timeout. We'll come back a little later. We'll give you the game by the numbers, get you set up for the second period. And it will only get more interesting as we go, as it is chance to end your season or move on here. And right now, Stockton, 20 minutes in, they have the 3-1 lead on top of Seton Hall in this 3-6 matchup. It's the Colonial States Collegiate Hockey Conference quarterfinals. And the champ wants to go to the regionals. We'll be back after a few right here on the network. Still in the first intermission here at the class of 1923 arena on the campus of the University of Pennsylvania. Daryl Dobas back with you here. Zamboni just finishing up its work. Team should be out in a couple minutes. Gives us a chance to give you the game by the numbers. Both teams falling short on the power play. Stockton 2 chances, Seton Hall with 1. And neither one could get any goals on the board that way. Faceoffs 12-8 in favor of the Osprey. Shots on goal also in their favor, 19-12. And of course, the scoreboard leans in their direction as well. First goal, though, came from Seton Hall. It came at the 5:26 mark. A redirection off of a Michael Volpe shot by Michael Mascolo. His 7th of the year, made it 1-0, but less than a minute, actually about a minute later, unassisted, it was Devin Metz with a wrister from the right circle on the outside to tie things up at 1. We stayed that way until the 11:56 mark with a steal on the far boards, nearly in the same spot that Metz had his shot, as Began pinned himself along the boards. Clearing attempt went off his body. He found his teammate in Tyler Panico on the far side on the left post. He was able to bang it home to make it 2-1. And then at 15:28, a rebound off of a save by Joseph Yutsis. Shot coming from Brett Macon, and then Began able to put it in on the opposite side with a little backhand flip. And that is where we stand at 3-1. Refs are out. Teams will be out shortly. We'll be back in a moment. Start the second period. It's the Colonial States Collegiate Hockey Conference quarterfinals. Tournament trying to move on to see who can get to the semis. And right now, Stockton with the 3-1 lead on Seton Hall. Back in a moment here on the network. That's the pounding of the sticks from the Stockton Osprey bench right below us here. Yeah, the class of 1923 arena, along with my producer, John Galonis, and Vartan Sarkeesian. Fine cameraman, I am Daryl Dobas. Glad you've joined us here. On YouTube, Stockton in the white. Backhand pass right between the rings. And Seton Hall trying to corral it here. And finally do, and they'll look to settle. Seton Hall with the zone. Fearon sends it in. Ricochets off a defender and then is poked out to the neutral zone. Ooh, chance here. 2-on-1 developing real quick. Pass all alone in front. Backhand shot. Oh, 10-ball save from Yatsis. That developed out of nowhere. Wrestle was able to get another shot. That one from Wrestle. Gets turned away by Yatsis. On the backhand was Flynn. And Yatsis read that one all the way, and that would have been a devastating goal early in the second. See if that brings some life to the Pirates. Stockton attacking. That shot finds nothing but the safety netting as the shot from DiStefano deflected way up into the net by Liam Hoyt. We'll get a face-off in the Pirates zone. That was just a simple pass that leaked out to the neutral zone. Next thing you know, it got to the blue line of Seton Hall and quickly developed into a 2-on-1. Good look by Mackenzie Wrestle to find his teammate. But a better job there by Yatsis. Keep this game at 2 goals, and he'll turn that one aside as well. Behind the net, losing an edge there was Macon. Pass to the right point, stolen away, shot the wrister. Railman never got in on goal as it went right into the legs there of Allhorn. Stockton will drift back. I know it's been a year. I know you have some different players and everything, but Stockton looks like they have some better legs than when I saw them last year against Penn. If they win this one, we'll see how tomorrow turns out, because they'll head back to Atlantic City. Although the only saving grace is they would be the 3 o'clock game if they win. So they wouldn't have to turn around and play at noon, and those couple hours can be a godsend. Rister again, and that went right into the legs of Hall. That's the second time Railman got denied. 2.5 going by here. Already a couple good opportunities by Stockton, but it's still sitting at 3-1. As that one right up into the upper chest there of a Pirate player, and then sent back out to the neutral zone. Ospreys have been on the attack. Pirates haven't been able to do much after they got their first goal, and they're looking for more here, the backhander, and that one was a little bit too hopeful as it just leaks out into the neutral zone. Unable to stop that one was Clemson. And bumped off the puck there on a nice little hit was Brock. Pirates trying to get it out of the zone, and they will. They'll send it in deep. Corella will go back to get it. Gonna have to try to find out who Corella's backup is. They're wearing number 3 today right below me. Is one goalie. And then the league website has 3 goalies listed as number 31. Mason Gansey, David Van Horn, and Richard Robinson. I don't know who's who down there. But it's Matthew Corella between the pipes here for head coach Mike Diamantopoulos, Bob Gialinella, and Mike Gulak. He's off the draw. That goes wide. And icing will be waved off. Ooh, almost over skating and then giving it away. As that pass gets right in front and turned aside by Yatsis. Wasn't going on goal, but he still had to get a stick on it. That shot pops high in the air, knocked down. And they're calling a hand pass. And I'm going to guess that there was something specific about this, because I was under the impression the defense is allowed to do that in their own zone. But no argument from the Seton Hall side. And they will win this draw and just flip it out to the neutral zone and regather themselves. Railman back to get it, sends it into the corner, and with a little help gets it up the side to Wrestle. Wrestle lost it near the red line, and that's turned right back over quickly to Metz. Metz, who had the first goal for Stockton. Dangles his way, shot. That one just knocked off the shoulder there by... Actually, it looks like we have another goaltender in. That looks like that is Fox that's in. I just saw the number. That one's deflected on goal and turned away. And it looks like a change in goal here for Seton Hall as the pass. Top of the ring, shot! That one in the breadbasket and covering it up. I thought was Yutsis. It is not. John Fox getting his 7th appearance of the year. So it looks like Joe Carbone decided to make a change. Going with John Fox, 1-3 with a 315 goals against, 205 saves, 16 goals allowed on the season, a .928 save percentage coming into this one, and he has stopped all 6 he has seen here in the second. So the first shot really that Fox sees, and a penalty coming up here, and they're going to get a roughing call on Macon. The first shot he has to face is a huge sprawling save. And actually, this looks like it might be a boarding call at 15:01. So Seton Hall will go on the power play for 2 minutes. And getting the gate is Brett Macon. Yeah, he's been there before. 83 penalty minutes coming into the night. Off the draw, Seton Hall needs a goal. They're not going to get one there as Corella flashing leather. First shot he's seen here in the period. As Wrestle will check in and replace, it looks like Clemson. As they shift the face-off to the near circle here. Began will take it for Stockton and will win it away from Ascola with a little bit of help. As Brock will just backhand at the length. Dropped off and Seton Hall will set up. 1:37 to go here in the man advantage. 14:35 to go here in the second. Sent in between the rings. That one got knocked down. Controlled by DeStefano. Sent to the neutral zone, but Seton Hall will stop it there. They'll try near side. This will be Fearon. Fearon gains the line. Pushed it in front, deflected. That one sticked away. It was going wide, but Corella not taking any chances. Comes to the left point. Fearon all the way rink wide right. Now left. That's Reed. Michael Reed gives it up. Gets it back. Wanted the one-timer, but it was crossed him up a little bit. Not much he could do. Fearon had to play that one off the wall. Fearon getting pinched and has to turn it over after some pretty decent pressure by Metz. Sent the length, and coming off on a line change was Wrestle, so he couldn't chase after it. 45 left to go in the boarding call. To Brett Macon. 13:41 left over the line. Rister, ooh, that one knuckled in on Corella. He makes that save. Seton Hall still with an opportunity here. Below the line, stolen away on a good play by Railman, and he'll just send it the length. Not a good pass there by Seton Hall. Chance for one last rush if Seton Hall pushes it. The neutral zone touched, and that'll do it as it's hammered just wide of the net. Fox will slow it up, and that'll do it for the man advantage as he will hand it off to O'Leary. 0 for 2 on the man advantage. Both sides 0 for 2. And, ooh, made it nearly a tripping call right there, and getting off quickly was Raddick before a call could be made. Wedge. Up the right side, sends it to the neutral zone, through the neutral zone, but it's out of the reach of his teammate in Allhorn. Pass behind the net. O'Leary will send it back across it, stolen away in the ring. Shot! Oh, point blank and sending it wide right. Stockton buzzing the net one more time here. And again, Seton Hall just cannot put consistent pressure on right now after that opening goal. Stockton has just been a little too quick for him here. Oh, a little kick there by Seton Hall. They give it away. Cross up. Ooh, that one may have hit the rings, may have hit the goalie. Couldn't tell, but it took a wild bounce out to the left point. Sending it back in is Railman. Puck squirts loose. Seton Hall will try to send it off the wall. Doesn't work. Stolen away there by Metz. And then a second opportunity. We'll get it out to the neutral zone. Knocked down by Railman. He'll send it far side. And unable to get to it in time there was Metz. Wrestle with speed, 1-on-4. Right circle, holding, will wrap around Fox. Has a man at the top. It looks like a power play coming up here. Penalty coming up against Seton Hall. Goalie's been pulled here. Corrella's shot. That one whistles wide of Fox. With it there is DeStefano. At the left point, Stockton still holding it. 6-on-5 right now. Holding. This will be Brock. Brock to the top. DeStefano gives it down low. The redirect in front. Clemson got tied up, couldn't do anything with it. And finally in a scrum, it's touched up by Seton Hall. And the penalty coming up here to the Pirates. Did not see a signal. And unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to get an announcement. 8:36, the time of the penalty. As we have a player serving it on the far side. Didn't see anything dangerous. I wonder if there was too many men on the ice. Rister, that one knocked down, never got it on goal. Got knocked down by their own man. Wrestle just knocked it down. Otherwise, it would have been a shot for DeStefano. He'll have another chance. To Rister, that one turned aside by Fox. Stockton to DeStefano. Over to Clemson. Clemson, his pass. That was into a bit of a crowd there, and the captain, Mackenzie Russell, couldn't do anything with it. So Stockton will regroup here. Clemson over the line. Sends it to the far side. Getting there first, however, is Tozer. Haven't called his name a whole lot today. Tozer loses an edge. Stockton with the turnover here. This will be Began. Began thought about a shot, changed his mind. Top of the left circle. Rister, that one turned aside by Fox. They hit glass. As apparently the goal may have come off its moorings here. Questioning why it was stopped there was Devin Metz. It's a clean shot. It was legally played down. Now they're checking the cage again there. It didn't hit the screen. That hit the glass, at least from our angle. So we'll reset. Minute left to go here in the man advantage. And I'm guessing it's too many men because they didn't even put up a number on the power play. It says 0-0, and there is no 0-0. The penalty's being served by Eric Helmer for Seton Hall. And icing is waved off. So I'm going to guess it was too many men there, and that's the reason for the penalty. Loose puck picked up by Allhorn. Lost it, and then with some help, flips it the length. Reached the midway point of this first quarterfinal here. Colonial States Collegiate Hockey Conference. The 3-seed Stockton. The 6-seed Seton Hall. And it's the Ospreys, the 3-seed on top, 3-1, and looking for 4, but that one deflected as the drive by Metz deflected by Hoyt up into the safety netting, and we'll get a stoppage of play. (27-14), the shots on goal in favor of Stockton. And again, Seton Hall started Joseph Yutsis in cage. It was his 15th career game. 9-4, the 3-1-4 and a 9-12 save percentage, 2 shutouts in the 14 prior. But after the first period, John Fox getting the call here in his 7th game of the season. And apparently they are readjusting the clocks here. They have put a little time back on the power play, so there's 20 seconds left. Actually, they've taken a lot of time off. It looked like, I thought it was like 9:50. It's 9:33 left. And this happens. This isn't like a Flyers game where you have pros working the clock. Mistakes happen. If I didn't make mistakes, I'd be with the Flyers myself. So 9:33, Seton Hall will win and send. And with 15 seconds left, that probably will do it for the man advantage. Although Stockton has been putting on great pressure straight up as well as on the man advantage. They do have 6 seconds left. Gaining the line is DeStefano. DeStefano on the backhand and tight. Didn't get a shot off. He was tied up by Hoyt on a nice play. They will send it out just as the power play expires, so no icing. Good job on the penalty kill for both sides. That was the 3rd opportunity for Stockton. And they are 0-3, and then after all that, will come all the way back into their zone after the icing. Again, a reminder, coming up after this one, maybe about a half hour, maybe a little more, it'll be the 4-5 matchup. Drexel and Scranton, the Dragons and the Royals. And the Dragons, the rare road team with a home game, as they share this arena as their home rink with the host school the 2nd consecutive year, the Quakers of Pennsylvania. As that one through the glove. Oh, Corella maybe got a little lazy on that one. He got lucky it deflected up high as that wrister coming from Fearon ends up in the netting. So an offensive left circle draw here for the Pirates. It's kicked around a little bit bit of a rugby scrum, and it'll finally be won here by Stockton. Losing an edge in the corner was Dealing. Puck comes back to the end. Flipped on, it comes up to Clemson. Clemson lost it, sent wide by Hall on the steal. And then out to the neutral zone by Raddick. Raddick lost it. Pirates with an opportunity. They'll flip it in deep. Partial line change coming up behind the play by the Pirates. In hard on the boards is Hall, trying to keep it in, but it leaks out back to the neutral zone. Hustling out to get it there was Cirillo. 8 minutes left to go here in the second. A misplay here in the defensive end, and fortunately some help coming from teammates as the Pirates able to get it out of the zone. This will be an icing, but considering what almost happened, they'll take it. Opportunities there for both Raddick and Flynn after the misplay there by the Pirates. So Panico will take this draw for the Ospreys. And will win it. Shot that one kicked away in front by O'Leary and never got in on Cage. Again, in cage, John Fox, the new netminder for the Pirates, coming in the second period. And he has been stellar, was challenged right from the jump. And that one will go on goal. We'll have to cover that one up. As Flynn on a backhand, on a really slow and strange developing 2-on-1, came out of nowhere. Wrestle with a nice pass. And he did the splits and was able to make the right pad save on the backhand. Keeping the Pirates in this one. Sent back in deep by Began. Pirates right there, though. Trying to hammer it away as Macon. Macon able to get the steal. Macon, the wraparound in front. Shot, score! Macon, the loose pass. And the Hollywood celebration by Began. He's got 3 points. 2 of them off his own stick. And that'll make it 4-1. So again, it's Macon feeding Began. And it was the initial steal by Macon. And right on the doorstep, Began gets his 8th of the year, his 2nd of the night. .12:47, the time of the goal. As I'm looking up into the upper concourse here at the class of 1923. Seeing Drexel warming up behind what is now the Pirates' cage. Stockton still pressuring. Trying to get it out is O'Leary. He gets knocked down on the play. Wrestle still staying with him. Pass in front. Gets loose to the high slot. That shot deflected. It'll be a foot race here. Hall going after it. Drifting back is Railman. Now numbers coming back here for the Osprey. Good job getting back there. Leading the defensive charge was Murphy. A one-on-one turned into a 1-on-3 in a heartbeat. Trying a little dangle and a misfire there by Metz. Pop fly goes over the head of Fox into the left corner. Pirates will come out with it with under 6 to go here in the second. Centering pass will be deflected into the offensive zone, but there to get it will be DeStefano. Stefano had a hit off a linesman, able to still get it out to the blue line. Back the other way come the Pirates, 2-on-2 if they hurry. Over the line with a wrister. That one deflected by Railman on the attempted shot by Reed. Into the safety netting it goes. We'll get a stoppage of play with 5:38 left here in what is now a 4-1 Osprey lead. Face-off's pretty even, 7-6. Pirates will win this one. Shot. That one in and out of the glove, but covering it up is Corella. Good job to get a quick shot off there by Mascolo. That's just a 4th shot on goal here for the Hall in the second. You cannot mount a comeback like that. Oh, a giveaway there, a little bad stick handling by Brock, but his teammates have his back. Sent in deep into the right corner. Good check being sent in there by Fearon, able to get the turnover. Out, rink wide. This is going to go the length. It's onside, and the icing will be waved off as the first person there was Mascolo. Wasn't quite how it was planned there by him, but he wasn't going to complain. Still, the Pirates unable to do anything with it. Fox holding, will send it to the right side. He'll get it to Fearon. And Tyler Fearon, listed on the league website as a forward, has been moved as well to defense as needed. For Seton Hall, can do it all. Taxi dancing his way, looking for the pass in front was Macon. Gets deflected behind the net. Penalty coming up behind the play. Now I saw O'Leary wipe out, but who'd they get? I think they got Macon, and they did. O'Leary wiped out hard into the boards. And it'll be a cross check. We'll come with 4:35 left and a huge, huge moment here. If Seton Hall wants to get back into this one. That is the second penalty of the game to Macon, who now sits at 87 penalty minutes. Stockton will win this draw, however, and clears it just out of the zone, just enough. There to play is Michael Reed, Hazlitt, New Jersey. Mascolo sends it across. Reed gains the line, dodges a check of Dealing. Dealing stays with them. Behind the net they go. If you ain't rubbing, you ain't racing. Seton Hall with it. Screening the puck was Tozer. Little backhand to the left circle. Across it comes back to Tozer. Calling for it. The pass smothered, but still getting there. Shot, that one hit bodies in front, never got it on cage. The rebound did, though, as it ricocheted off the legs of Mascolo. Not a shot on goal, but Corella will cover up and get a draw to his left. 1:16 left in the cross-checking call to Brett Macon. 3:50 left here in the second. And the sands of time quickly running out here for the Pirates unless they can get some offense going. Clearing attempt, not there. Shot. That one whistled wide on top of the cage. Pushed down. DeStefano just grabbed it. Wanted play to continue. Smart play by him. The referee right there said, no. That would be the Manna-Hawkins sweep. Why not? No one's near you. Try to get play to continue. Get it out of the zone. As it is, face-off one here by the Hall. Little give and go, does not work. Still loose. Backhander, not cleared, kept in by Tozer. Panico was a little tied up, couldn't get enough mustard on that one to get it out of the zone. 50 seconds left to go in the man advantage. And Panico will get that one out. Brock was tied up, was able to kick the puck loose. Panico got rid of it. We will have both semifinals tomorrow, and we will actually have a third game here on the network. It'll be men's Club M1 competition as Drexel will play. Shot, ooh, I don't know if seeing that one was Corella, but it went wide. Good job with stick work there by Reed to keep it in. Goes out to the point and able to be pushed out by Wrestle. 5 seconds left to go in the man advantage. That'll do for the power play. Over the line, though, is the Pirates' Fearon. Fearon holding. Shot. That one turned aside by Corella. Just the fifth official shot of the period. This one will be number 6, eye high, easy glove, with a clean sheet of ice in front of him for Corella, and he will hang on. He has been perfect in the period. In fact, he has been pretty much perfect since the second shot he has seen. He has seen 18 of them. He has only allowed one. Pirates need to find a way to unlock the mystery of Corella. There's the win there by Stockton, gets it out of the zone. Neutral zone, little toe drag there by Hall. Unfortunately, catching his toe was Metz. Metz will send it back where he came from, wiped out. Skating is Flynn. Flynn weaves his way to the right circle. Holding, will go around the world. Dropped it off, maybe even picked off there by O'Leary. Sent to the right side, Wedge will be there. Wedge pressured by Metz. Good pass to get it out of the zone there by Hoyt. 2-on-2, trailers coming on a backhand. That one kicked aside, wasn't in on cage, but Corella doing his job. And the 2-on-2 opportunity the other way goes a little bit out of the reach of Wrestle. Good forecheck there by Wrestle, able to force a turnover, and Stockton with it quick. And the pass, this one's going to be out of reach. That's going to be a nice thing. Should be, yes it is. Good thought there to try to catch the Pirates all leaning towards their bench side, but that pass a little too hot to handle and out of reach. And it'll stop play with 1:22 left to go in the period. Scoring toned down a little bit here, this frame. The only one coming up from Brandon Beeg in his second of the night, his 8th of the year. On a nice feed in tight by Macon. Sent in deep, Fearon will hammer it around to Tozer. Gets it back, tries the near side. This is Mascolo. Mascolo initially his first pass knocked down. Second attempt will send it in deep. Murphy will go back to get it and get it over to DeStefano. DeStefano up the glass and out. 50 seconds left. Pirates could really use something to jumpstart him, but it just has not been there. Although maybe this will do something. A bad bounce, Volpe with it. No numbers though, as it's kicked away by Hradek. Into the corner, DeStefano. Veras tried to clear, couldn't. As pinching in is the Pirates. DeStefano, little short pitch and catch there with Veras. Hradek to the neutral zone, back there to get it though, however, is Mascolo. And he'll lose it in deep where Fearon will go and get it with 15 seconds left. Fearon, some room. Center ice, blue line, lost an edge, collision with Panico. He didn't want to do that. Now some pushing and shoving between Brock and Fearon, but that was not a collision. Or excuse me, Mascolo, that was not a collision that he wanted. He was trying to avoid him. There's a little extra behind the play there, Fearon being kept away. And this is the one thing you worry about in these moments when looks like your season is about to slip away. This is when the frustration sets in. As the officials talking at center ice, making sure none of that is going to take place. Teams head back to their locker room. Shots that period, not as many as the first. 10-6 in favor of Stockton. 29-18, they lead that category as well. 4-1 our score. We're through two here at Penn's class of 1923 arena. It's the first quarterfinal matchup here in the Colonial States Collegiate Hockey Conference Tournament. Got to win 3, one of these teams, if they want to be the tournament champions and head to the regionals. We'll see if Stockton can punch win number 1 when we come back here to Pennsylvania. You're watching Colonial States hockey action on the network. Zamboni doing its work between periods 2 and 3 here at the Class of 1923 Arena. Darryl Dobis back with you here. Game 1 of 2, game 1 of 5 this weekend. And right now it has been all Osprey. They spotted a 1-0 lead to the Hall. But Stockton 4 unanswered, and they lead 4-1, the lone goal. Good job on the doorstep. Banging home a pass from Macon was Began for his second of the night. He's got an assist to go with it. That came at the 12:47 mark. And right on cue, my producer with that. The steal initially there by Macon. The wraparound, they go after it, but no one boxes out. Man of the hour right now in Began. And again, he gets his second goal of the night, 3rd point. And Stockton with the 4-1 lead. Face-offs at period 10-8 in favor of the Osprey. They have outfaced Seton Hall 22-16 so far. Both teams 0 for 3 on the man advantage, as Seton Hall went 0 for 2 that period. Stockton 0 for 1. Shots at period 10-6 in favor of the Osprey. And 5 saves for John Fox in relief of Yutsis for Seton Hall. His first one was a real beaut on a quick 2-on-1 that turned into almost a breakaway. And he had the backhand save off of Flynn with his right pad laying out completely to make that one, giving his team a chance. Not much he could do there on that one, but he has 5 saves in 6 tries. Meanwhile, his counterpart has gone the route. Corella has stopped 28, or excuse me, has stopped, I got my numbers backwards, I apologize. He has stopped 9 of 10, did Fox, in that period. Corella stopping all 6 he saw. He has stopped 17 of 18 on the night. So Corella having himself a solid night, but his teammates in front of him not giving him a whole lot of tough work, and he hopes that continues for 20 more minutes as the Osprey lead the Hall. A berth in the semifinals on the line here in the Colonial States. It's 4-1, Stockton over Seton Hall. We'll be back in a moment with period number 3. This is the Colonial States Collegiate Hockey Conference quarterfinals. You're watching it on the network. Teams back on the ice. We're ready for the third period here. A do or die, 20 minutes for the Hall. If they want their season to continue. And quickly in the first 10 seconds, it's a wrister that is handled off a read with no problem by Corella. If the score stays the way it is, our matchups will basically be set. Penn would get Stockton in the 3 o'clock game tomorrow. And then the Drexel-Scranton winner would take on Millersville in the opener tomorrow afternoon. Seton Hall would like to put a wrench in those plans. If Stockton does make it on, it'll be a rematch of the semifinals last year, as that one just leaks over the blue line and an offsides against the Osprey. This arena, built in the early 70s, was host to the Philadelphia Flyers as their practice rink during their run to 3 straight Stanley Cups, 2 wins and unfortunately a loss in the third. Ed Snyder Foundation, a key component in the building of this. And again, the impetus behind the building of this wonderful building, as you can imagine, was as a massive donation from the class of 1923. They led the charge on this. And it's trying to serve residents to a third conference tournament. This is the second. They would love a third next year. There's a few teams out there, though, would like to have a say in that one. Funny thing is if Drexel wins this, Drexel would host, and it would still be here. So there are 2 chances to have this building host a third straight conference tournament. Move between the legs. Fox still in cage there as a hit there by Tozer just decleats Hradek. 1-on-4, just no offensive pressure here right now or support for the Pirates. 3 of them just dragging from behind. And now a hit from behind. That one just landed ugly, but a clean hit by Fearon. As out with it will come to Stefano. Fearon not happy as he comes off the ice. 2-on-1 wrister, 5-hole score! Uh-oh, here we go. Michael Reed, his 12th, unassisted. And it ain't over yet. Just a simple wrister going 5-hole. And finding the back of the net on Corella. .237, the time of the goal. And again, it will be Reed unassisted. Second team Colonial member. Gets one back for the Pirates. We'll see if they get a little jump after that. And again, it was a turnover that led the way. We've had 3 goals come off of turnovers in or close to defensive zones. Osprey still seem like they have a little more jump right now than the Pirates, but they can't get lazy here. Can't get complacent. Not getting complacent here is Wrestle in tight. Shot, oh, that went wide. And now a shot up high, right in the chops from O'Rourke. Not entirely sure why that was even necessary from Brendan O'Rourke. It's just a great offensive move right there by Wrestle. And then a cross check right in the face. Obviously, depending on which way you're leaning fan-wise, you agree or disagree with that call, but that seemed pretty simple and completely unnecessary. And actually, we've got 2 penalties on the play. So we have offsetting minors. I'm not sure why they got Wrestle, as that save made by Corella. But the easy one going against O'Rourke, his 20th penalty minute. For Wrestle, just his 12th. Stolen away inside the offensive zone. Shot, a little high, wanting to go lower 5-hole. Flynn got it airborne and an easy save there for Fox. So Fox, who has been brilliant here for the Pirates coming in relief in the second period. We'll see a draw off to his left. As we have 4-side hockey here for another 1:30. Off the draw, Stockton. Controlling across near side to Stefano. DeStefano gives it up to Metz. Metz, wrister. That one handled by Fox, no problem. Pirates out with it. Little kick stop there by Brock. Another kick there, able to get it to Metz. Metz will send it in deep. Fox can't quite slow it down. Into the left corner it goes. Pass to the point to Stefano. We'll give it right back for the one-timer. That one by Flynn. He's had a couple of them. He's been denied each time. Back the other way is Volpe. Volpe puts on the brakes. Pass, leaks through. Shot. Oh, a whistler there. That one goes just over the shoulder of Corella. Rebound in front. Oh, sprawling save, Corella! Miracle save by Corella right there on the one-timer from his right. Body's starting to fly around here. The intensity picking up. Drop past Tozer. One-timer. That one sticked up into the netting, and we'll slow things down as Corella gets his 4th save of the period. So linesman talking things over with the scorer's table. 14:49 left to go in regulation. Things just getting a little more interesting 3 minutes in after Reed found the back of the net 5-hole. Through Corella. 4-side hockey is over. Rejoining the play is Wrestle. Heading over to the bench, however, is O'Rourke for the Pirates. As they'll do another little change here right now. Tozer, right point shot. That deflected off of an Osprey and went wide of the net. And this one will leak out. Won't be an icing. The pass came from a Pirate. Fox slows it up. Gives it up to gives it up to O'Leary. Pass stolen, the pass across there. Metz couldn't quite get anything on it as he was tied up. Trying to throw a check there, and not a good one as Tozer just brushed off Flynn. One-timer in front in the low slot. That one never got in on net. I can't tell right now if Flynn is hurt or just has an equipment problem. Seems to be adjusting something either on his right leg or his right hand. Oh, giveaway. Bad pass, but a break there for Stockton, as still offsides was Wedge. Bad break for Seton Hall, because I guarantee him Mascola was looking to wind one up. You wonder if Mike Diamantopoulos or Bob Gialanella might look to call a timeout and get their crew in check. So they're getting a little sloppy. Part of it, though, is the increased physical play here by Seton Hall. 2-on-2 scrum behind Fox. As O'Rourke playing a little cleaner behind the net there. O'Rourke able to get it out. He's pinned to the glass by Panico. Panico goes down. He's hurt. Panico holding his left arm. He's hurt. Panico doesn't like the no call. Now a whistle blows. We'll get a stoppage. Panico is going after the ref. Now, part of this may be because of the way O'Rourke had initiated a penalty the first time, but at least on first glance, it looked like his taking out of Panico was clean. Both were going after the puck, both go into the boards. Obviously, the fans for Stockton will disagree. And I'll be honest, as soon as that puck went away, my head turned. I got to follow the play. I look back, and next thing you know, down is Panico. Referee discussing it over there with the Stockton bench. And apparently they got the answer they wanted. Not a whole lot of arguing from the bench there. So Stockton's going to have to be on their toes here right now, as whether clean, aggressive, or otherwise, Seton Hall is ramping up the physicality. Dumped in deep. Tozer will get it for Seton Hall. Clemson will push him around to the right. Tozer sends it. Unable to knock it down is Hradek. Fired right back in by Stockton. 12:30 left to go here. Seton Hall finally on the board, but they're still down 2. Icing will be waved off. It was touched at center ice. Hammered out of the zone. Gets to the neutral zone. Tozer slows it up. He'll get it back. Tozer, the big defenseman from South Orange. He drifts back to help play this one, but it doesn't come to him. It's sent up the far side. And icing must have been waved off, as the linesman on the far side had an icing call, but no icing was called. Play allowed to continue. Tozer now with it. Center ice deflected. Railman with it. Railman tried to hammer it off the boards, but it's kept in by Fearon. Diving play. Nice play there to stop that pass from Fearon by DiStefano, as it's sent out to the neutral zone. Dumped in by Volpe. Stefano back there to get it. Sends it around, too far to the reach of Volpe. Flynn will one-touch it. Gets it back. 2-on-1 the other way, putting on the brakes. Shot! Flynn, boy, he has been so close all night. As Russell wanted to drop it off to the right, went left, and Flynn sent it wide of the short side. Trying to get cute there was Brock. Ends up being a steal here for the Pirates. And now Brock will carry out. Gets away from the stick check there, Mascola. Over the line. Rister, that one hit a leg in front. I believe that was O'Leary. Stockton has kind of lost that edge they had, where they had so much offensive pressure. It's not there right now. Stefano with a little bump. Doesn't dislodge Mascola from the chase. Centering pass. Oh, a little bit lazy there going after it. Here comes Macon. Macon 1-on-3. Sends it into the corner. Dodges a possible check. Sends it off the back of the net. Trying to get it off the back of Fox. Just couldn't get it to work. Good dodge of a check there by Hoyt. Hoyt uses the net as a screen, comes around behind one teammate, but Wedge has his back. Wedge sends it to center ice, sent back in as sticks are caught, and finally getting a stick back. Look, it got caught in the sweater there. Panico had it caught in Allhorn's sweater. Over the line, trying to hammer it to the net there. It did not work for Brock. Halfway through period number 3. Pirates have ramped up their game. They did get a goal. They're still down 2. And now behind the play, a little extracurricular. Referee watching it. Skating away from it, though, was Macon. Macon showing some frustration, telling his coach there, you see what's going on. Tozer to center ice. Good pass on the stick of Cirillo. Tozer got it back, shot. And actually that's Zumo. Number 87, not 97, trying to get a shot off there. First time we've called Nicholas Zumo's name. As this deflection comes in towards Cage, hanging on will be Corella. And we'll get a stoppage of play, and let's take a breath. Stockton has not only gotten 3 shots on Fox here this period through 10 minutes and change. Being outshot 6-3. Tie up on the draw. Stockton will win this one. Rink wide pass. Flynn, he has been so close. Tries to dangle, doesn't work. Drops it off behind the net for Metz. Metz, backhander in front. No, he was looking there for wrestle, but he got tied up. Pirates will get it out of the zone, but they will lose control. Murphy sends it in deep. Fox stops it. Wraps it around. That'll make its way to Hall. Hall can't clear. Bouncing around, still with it is Stockton. Wrestle. Tries a reverse skate in the offensive end. Puts on the brakes. Needs some help. Comes to the right point. This will be Railman. Railman shot. That went wide. No one could get a stick to deflect it in on Cage. Murphy giving it back. The one-timer. Not very strong there coming from Metz. As down in front of the cage there is Flynn. He's been throwing his body around left and right there. And he's announcing his frustration as well. Into the corner. First man to get it is Fearon. Fearon over skates, however. He's taken into the corner by Murphy. Pirates still with it. Looking to center. Nothing there. To the left point. Holding. Rister in front. That one deflected by Fearon right into the corner and then ends up getting cleared out of the zone. And then it's hammered back in. However, this one's going to be offside. As still over the line were a couple Pirates. Namely, Michael Volpe. There's the captain's seat. That says Tyler Fearon, if I'm not mistaken. So draw right outside the Stockton zone. Stockton will win it. Stockton starting to win the faceoffs again. Just pushing it in deep will be Veras. Veras around the net, holding. Puts on the brakes, will go back where he came from. Centers it right in the slot, and that one's cleared out to the neutral zone. DeStefano will fire it back in. Played down by a high stick. Yes, it was, as Hoyt played it down with a high stick, and it'll be an offensive zone draw. Again, Scranton and Drexel. 5-4 matchup waiting in the wings. Drexel has their own locker room here. And if Stockton hangs on, it will be the Quakers in a rematch of the semis last year. And unlike last year, the Quakers on a little bit of a slide. Had a 5-game win streak. Then lost 4 or 5 down the stretch. There's a shot. Fox turns it away. Rebound loose. And then we get a stick on it. Was Began looking for a hat trick. That's a good job there by Macon. Just hammered home a Pirate into the corner boards and slow to get up and out. That's Reed, who was slow to get up after that Macon hit Bodies collide again. This time it's Began trying to throw a hit. Just bounces off a Tozer. Macon with a steal. On the backhand behind the net. Hit behind the play. Fans screaming for a penalty. That's a clean hit. Stolen away. Looking for a three. That one shoveled away by Fox. Everyone just kind of standing around a little bit right now, and now we've got a hand pass called, and we'll stop things here with 6:36 to go. Draw coming outside of the Seton Hall zone. And we'll get Mackenzie Russell. We'll take this against Michael Mascolo. And it's one here by Stockton. Shot, that one goes wide of Fox. 9-4, face-offs favoring the Osprey here in the third. Shot hit bodies in front. Three different Pirates, and Metz was in front as well. Down goes a Pirate, looking for a call, not getting one. Back the other way, loose puck, trying to get to it as Allhorn. Railman held him up, and then his pass stolen at the point. Shot, that one went wide. Bodies go down again as Mascolo took a late hit from Railman after getting rid of the shot. High stick waved off. Play allowed to continue as we're under 6 to go. Shot, that was going wide of the cage. And slowing it up will be Corella. It has definitely been a little more of a defensive second and third period here in this one. Stockton had 19 first period shots. They've had 14 the rest of the way as we're going to get a timeout. And I believe the timeout was called by Seton Hall. And it was, so they're burning up their one. At this point also talking about when they're going to want to maybe pull John Fox, who has been splendid in cage in the second and third periods since replacing the starter Joseph Yutsis. Matthew Corella has been no slouch as well. We talked about the number of shots that have been cut down. Seton Hall had 12 shots in the first. They've had 12 in the next 2 periods combined. But he has stopped 22 of 24. And has made solid plays in other situations that weren't shots on goal, but definitely were keeping things from getting out of hand. And the young man from Belford, New Jersey, has played well enough to give his guys a chance and a date with Penn in the semifinals if the Osprey can hang on for the final 550. John Galonis, my producer. Barton Sarkissian, my cameraman. Daryl Dobus with you as well. Hey, any questions, comments, compliments, criticisms? You just want to say hi? You can always hit me up on Twitter and Instagram. Take your pick. 26, great call on Twitter. Great call 26 on the gram. Rister, eye high, probably going high, but Fox not taking a chance. And a little skate in, how do you do here from Metz, and a pair of Pirates right there to shoot down the Osprey. But we always welcome, of course, Ari Bluestein, the founder, CEO, COO of SFBN. By the way, happy birthday, Ari, to my fellow Aquarian. Oh, and that pass in front, shot, score! A bad clear, the rebound, and jumping on it is Russell, and that might just do it for the Pirates season. I believe it was Reed. It was either Reed or Fearon who tried to send it in behind the net, and instead of doing so, they hit the side of the net. It died. Hustling over to get it was Wrestle, and the captain gets his 13th of the year and makes this a 5-2 game. Fox was looking for it to come around, and it took that funny hop. And a huge mistake at the worst possible time for Seton Hall. It'll be Wrestle unassisted at 14:36. And again, that's a bad break there for Fox, who's been playing so well for the Pirates in relief. Shot, that one handled no problem by Corella. In the corner, Stockton looking to clear. Not a good pass there. It hit Began, unable to control. Long pass, one-on-one. Here comes Stockton. Dangle by Brock, nothing there. Sends it across the left side for Panico. Panico tried to make a move. He had it stolen by Wedge. Out to the left side, pushing it on to himself and chasing his Volpe. Around Corella it goes. DeStefano the first man to get there, but he lets it go for Brock. Wrapped around Clemson and sent out to the neutral zone as we hit the 4-minute mark to go here in our contest. It's a 5-2 lead. Stockton won on October 7th at Stockton, 4-1. Seton Hall returned the favor 5-2 at their place on November the 3rd. But it's looking like the team that closed down the Atlantic City skate zone is going to have at least one more game on the season. Tomorrow at 3. Steele at center ice. Clemson lost an edge. Takes a hit high, and that'll definitely warrant a penalty, and that is absolutely unnecessary. Clemson was down on a knee. Not only was the hit late, it was high. And yes, that's a frustration hit, but that is also totally unnecessary, and it'll come from Cameron Tower. So a power play opportunity here at 16:40. Shot, oh, the one-timer. They have been trying to set up Flynn, and he has just not been able to find one. And another one-timer, and Fox will deny that one. So again, 16:40 the time of the penalty against Cameron Tower as he hits double digits for the season. Draw controlled here by Stockton. On the power play, no one has scored. Both teams 0 for 3. Not sure if that was a pass or a shot. The one-timer ends up trickling in, and a shot this time by Began. He's looking for one himself. He's got a hat trick possibility. As again, realism setting in here right now for the Pirates. They're going to end their season 6-10 overall. Stockton's going to go to 12-8. And they will take the season series 2-1. As that one hammered out of the zone. And they're going to say not touched by Stockton. So it'll stay in their offensive end with 2:46 left. It's so dark out, it's hard to believe it's not even 7 o'clock yet. Shot easily turned aside there by Fox on the wrister from Allhorn. Excuse me, on the wrister from Hradek. And cleared out of the zone. This is going to take a funny hop, but able to handle it right there is Corella. 1:05 left to go. The roughing call on Tower. Dodge behind the play. Stockton still with it. Over the line. Good dangle. Shot. Turned aside by Fox. Good individual effort by Metz. He just couldn't quite keep it together. There's that little shove right there on Macon, and the linesman having a word with Tyler O'Leary. And O'Leary is going to get the gate. Actually, looks like they're going to get a pair of penalties here. So they are going to get Macon, who, as we said, has been there a bunch over the year, and O'Leary. Each 2 minutes for roughing, I'm going to guess. At $17.50. So it's the second coincidental minors we have had here this period. As we have dipped under 2 minutes left to go here in our contest. It's still a power play here. 5-on-4 for Stockton. 20 seconds left. Neither side has scored. On the man advantage, DeStefano at the left point. He'll blast, and Fox, clean sheet ice all the way across. Will handle that one. Well, while it's not official yet, but might as well say it, Stockton, if they get their opportunities on the man advantage, they will have to find a way to score on the man advantage if they get any against Penn. As Penn has three of the best scorers in the league. Aliferoff, just to name one. And you're going to have to lock them down and score when you have your chances, because they are also good on the power play. Turnover in the offensive end here for the Pirates. Shot, the one-timer from outside the right circle. Turned away by Correa. It is sent the length. Icing is waved off, and we're under a minute left to go here. Pirates put up a fight in the third, literally. Just was not enough. Bad giveaway here by Brock, but teammates have his back. DeStefano, with some help, gets it out of the zone as it's cleared out by Dylan Langer. Bayville, New Jersey. First time we've seen Langer, and he'll flip it in on Cage. Saved by Fox. 25 seconds left to go. Big hit behind the play. Langer, clean hit, and that might have been payback there on O'Rourke. O'Rourke now just throwing his body around, goes after Wrestle, who he hit earlier. 5 seconds left. Langer sends it to the zone. Pirates send it back. And that'll do it. Stockton with a 3-1 lead in the first, an early one in the second. Took some hits from the Pirates in the third, but they managed to hang on and win this one by a final of 5-2. Shots that period for Stockton, they had 12. Game total of 41. 8 for the Hall. Game total of 26. Corella goes the distance. He stops 24 of 26. Meanwhile, Yutsis stops 16 of 19 in the first. And John Fox in relief. He stops 20 of 22 that came his way in the final 2 periods. Face-offs at period 12 for Stockton, 7 for the Hall, who was beaten out in that category 34 to 23. Both teams 0 for on the man advantage. Stockton 0 for 4, and Seton Hall goes 0 for 3. So it's official. We know who's playing who. It'll be Penn and Stockton. 3 o'clock roughly tomorrow afternoon right here. That'll be a 2-3 matchup. Penn, the 2 seed. Meanwhile, it will be either Drexel or Scranton who will take on Millersville in the opener tomorrow. We'll find that out within the hour as they will get underway in the second quarterfinal here at University of Penn. Seton Hall, season has concluded for them. We wish them well. Next season, hopefully we'll see them back in the playoffs. But as it stands, it's a 5-2 win for the number 3 seeded Ospreys of Stockton. They will move on to the semis, and they get a rematch with the Quakers tomorrow afternoon. That'll do it for game 1. We hope you will come back, check in another link here on YouTube, and check out game 2 as the number 4 seeded Dragons take on the number 5 seeded Royals in our second quarterfinal. For my producer, John Galonis, my cameraman, Vartan Sarkisian, I am Daryl Dobas saying thank you so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed it as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you. The final again, number 3 Stockton on top of number 6 Seton Hall. They advance to the semis on the back of a 5-2 victory. You have been watching quarterfinal action in the Colonial States Collegiate Hockey Conference Tournament exclusively here on SFBN. Have a good night, all.